All right, what's up, everybody? Steven here, the Horror Freak 85, back again with Ron Mello and Rebecca Rinehart. If you saw last week's terrific show where we could barely hear and freezing up.
That was fucking epic.
Technical difficulties, everyone.
Very. But at least we got a whole bunch of titties out of it, though. So
That's right.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is for the Hallmark Channel, right?
Right. For those of you who didn't listen, we couldn't understand it. We couldn't hear them. They couldn't hear us. And so Rob just started saying titties, like as a test. And so now we
too. So it was
yes.
like in the Grinch when he's like, you're an idiot. I'm an idiot.
I was doing some Run DMC. Titties.
T-I-double-T. Or I, however you want to spell it, with a Y or an I.
T to the I to the T-T-Y.
There we go.
There you go.
Damn. I'm good. I need to get up with Ludo.
Are they Tig Biddies?
Tig-o.
Tig Biddies, yeah.
Tig-o biddies.
Big-oo. And let's see what else last week in a little brief recap. We talked about our Thanksgiving, some turducken, some bird stuffing going on there.
Turducken.
some turducken bird fucking. That's what it
is. Pretty much.
And I think some brief stuff. We heard a little bit. I was kind of watching the video a little bit, could hear you some freezing, but talked a little bit about. I guess you weren't into acting until you started picking up that, and you didn't understand the lingo, all the lingo and all that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Else, anything else you remember from last week?
I know it asked how they met, but I don't know how well it came across on there because I didn't rewatch all of it, so I don't know how much.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it either.
I think we were telling stories and we don't know if they actually got relayed or not. So
right.
I don't even know. So we might even have some.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We might have some parrot repeat questions, but whatever.
Yeah, that's the reason I re-asked that one, because I wasn't sure how well it came, like your answer came across.
I don't know. It was like a 30-minute test rehearsal. That's all it was.
Well, I have been contemplating the lives of the respective turkey, duck, chicken, and if while they were alive knew they were going to be up another bird's ass.
Kind of like a human centipede sort of situation.
Oh, there's the next movie, the birdipede. It's like now it's beak to ass. There we go.
Because
Because that's the sound the chicken bit. Because
the turducken massacre or something like that.
How about bagok?
What was it? Chicken Run? When it's like, I don't want to be a pie. I don't want to be a turducken.
He's stoned.
Worse.
Don't shove me up that duck's ass, please. Or if the duck goes in the chicken and the chicken goes in the turkey, right? I mean, just size-wise, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Or
I don't know. I had one.
Shove it in there, just
right, but it was just
grease it up and
weird.
Shove it in.
You know?
Hey, that's my philosophy.
The little one.
Oh man. Okay.
Good times.
Woo.
You are gonna advertise on the Christian Broadcasting Network, right?
Yep. Exactly.
That's
and PETA.
That's like a demographic that I haven't reached quite yet. So I appreciate your help.
Absolutely.
Working on that one.
Any other fucking thing we can do is just great.
Oh, I got a great Jesus joke for the end. How long do we have?
As long as we want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That fucking.
Let's do about an hour.
It's it's fucking funny.
It's just in time for Christmas, everyone.
Wholesome family fun.
Exactly. All right, so I guess we'll just go ahead and recap. If I can't remember what if you said what horror movies you liked as a kid or not, or you didn't watch them. I think that's what it was, right? You
go for it.
I don't know that we talked about that very much. Now I probably already said this on your show, so I don't know if you want me to be repeato girl. But favorite horror movies? I got lots of them.
Yeah,
I watch horror like 24/7. That's pretty much all I watch. So super into the classics. Friday the 13th is my franchise. Part 2 of that and Sleepaway Camp Part 2 are my favorite movies of all time. So I'm really highbrow, guys.
That's what we love.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch horror as a kid. I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of shit, and that turned out really well.
You turned out great. No
I'm in the same boat as you. I wasn't allowed to watch stuff either.
Like I wasn't allowed even so much as a squirt gun in the house because my parents were kind of hippies, and the day I turned 18 is the day I signed the contract for the Marine Corps. So,
right. If you want your kids to not do something, then encourage them to do it.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah.
There's a cookie jar effect.
Yeah.
But I did watch Salem's Lot, and that's been my favorite vampire flick since, because it's that Nosferatu when he wakes up with them fucking teeth. It just tripped me the fuck out.
Yeah.
And our TV room was in the basement, and we had the windows that were at ground level. My father ran around outside, totally silent, and was scratching on the fucking windows. Like, what was that? And then it's over here. What the fuck? What the fuck? So, I mean, I guess we said fuck so much as kids that he finally kicked the door in, and we're all like, ah! And it's Dad. And he's like, the fucking mouths on you kids. I'm just like,
we think vampires are invading the house. What are we supposed to say?
But
come on in.
But in retrospect, and I figured this out last night actually when I was painting, is Thriller. Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah.
They let me stay up because it premiered at midnight, and they let me stay up to watch it because the Michael Jackson, the huge buttons and shit. I went to a Catholic school. We were allowed to have them on our tie and shit. I had like a fucking Flavor Flav kind of necklace button around my fucking tie. But that one really tripped me out. Horror doesn't have to be, scare the shit out of you, and give you fucking nightmares. It can be fun. And that's what that showed me. So.
And my cousin had a poster of that. I don't remember how old I was when that came out. I remember I was little, but my cousin
84.
had a poster, 84. So yeah, I was born in 79, so I wasn't that old. But yeah, my cousin had a poster of Michael Jackson all done up in his makeup, and we was over at my aunt's house for something. That poster scared the shit out of me because I'd never seen the video. I wasn't allowed to watch that
with
stuff.
the
So
eyes
I saw that poster. Yeah, it was creepy.
I was scared of everything at that point in time, but I loved Michael Jackson, and I had that poster. Like, it was like not even poster. It was like extra poster size. It was him, like all the zombies or whatever. But like we went to Kings Island, which is a amusement park.
Yeah.
And they had
Hanna-Barbera.
They had this ride called the Bat. And it was like a hanging roller coaster or whatever. And I had this, I got this velvet kind of thing it's like this bat. And it just says the Bat. And that's all. And it was on my wall. I had to have my parents take that down, but I was okay with the Thriller poster. So,
Well, I mean, it's Michael Jackson versus a wild animal, so
Yeah. Well, the cartoon commercial for that ride was really kind of scary too. It was very Scooby-Doo.
Zoinks!
Pretty much.
But yeah, that was kind of my introduction to horror, and then to further it, Phantom of the Opera, the London cast recording. Me and my dad used to listen to it in the basement with the lights off, and how music, you can see some forms of music, they tell a story, etc. But the way they wrote it, I can see from front to back the whole damn thing. And when he took me to go see it, a grown man and his kid fucking just pouring Niagara, it was just so beautiful. It's great when something you see in your head, you actually see in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But that one made me was the first show of any kind that I actually empathized with the bad guy. So I started looking for that kind of shit. He really got fucked over. I'd be pretty pissed too. So
yeah.
And since then, I've kind of enjoyed being the bad guy and rooting for him.
It's fun to be the bad guy. Yeah.
Yes, it is. You get all the cool lines and you do all the cool shit.
Exactly.
Like, what was it in Firefly Serenity Jane? He's like, let's be bad guys.
That's all I got for you, brother.
All right.
I'll let you put a period on that one.
All right. Boom.
Since you both like playing like bad guys stuff and you've been creating stuff, ever thought about creating something where you're like a villain couple?
Ooh.
Well, we did. We at one point in time we were gonna go to a con dressed like Mickey and Mallory from Natural Born Killers, and it just didn't happen. I don't know why not.
I couldn't find the glasses.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah,
Amazon.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I gotta think about that because he had said, or you both have said actually that you like playing the villains, and I was like, I think that would be good, right. Especially now you start do your own movies. So play taking out my mic there, playing a villain couple.
Yeah, we've often said it's a good thing we never actually procreated because they would like have the most evil eyes, like, just demon eyes between the two of us.
Like the child would come out and being like, "Fuck you, Jesus!"
Head twisting around that.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Oh, he's so cute," and then he would be like,
"Spread the blood of the innocent."
Yeah, fuck you, Dad.
Tapping me on the head. So how does it feel? How does it feel? That's a good old fashioned joke.
That's a good old fashioned, like dirty dad joke.
Yep.
Here, there you go.
On it, baby. Imagine what it's like getting stoned with us.
That would be awesome.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, if we were to,
right. I don't think any of us are in legal states. So yeah, hypothetically.
No.
Oh, by stoned I meant alcohol, which is perfectly legal.
Which actually that too.
I'm 46.
That's right.
Yeah. I should grab my Fireball later. I got some Fireball and 7-Up. I might mix up.
I saw a Fireball advent calendar at Walgreens the other day. Yeah.
You figured that would be at Walmart. Not Walgreens. Yeah. I'm looking down on Walgreens now.
Well, what was it last year? We went to a liquor store and we got they had a bag. It was a huge bag, and it was adult trick or treat, and it was just little bottles of Fireball like that you could hand out to the adults. And we bought the damn thing. We were like, "Well, this is brilliant." Of course,
we didn't give it to him.
Right, we drank it.
Yeah.
And then some parent coming up.
We shut the light off.
My child. Oh, we thought it was a Fireball candy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. Atomic Fireballs, right?
Yeah.
No, and then we even have it on video. We were like at the end of those. We had a night. We did a drunken commentary on my channel, on my YouTube channel, Not Quite Final Girl. And
shameless plug.
Shameless plugs, yeah. We just posted one for Madman that we did with a couple of our friends.
Another shameless plug.
And but we were running out of booze, and like we were like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, I mean, just like anything in the house, whatever. And
where's the vanilla?
We had like 4 things of those Fireballs left, and he like downs 2 of them. It's like we're on an island or something, and he like is not like rationing. So I grabbed like 2 of them, and I like shoved them in my pants.
Lord of the Flies.
And I didn't tell him till later. It's like we don't have anything else, and I'm like, I do.
I give her the eye. I give her the eyes. I was like,
you had your ration of
I know
Fireball.
You got another one, baby.
And we were watching Birdemic, so it was absolutely necessary too.
Otherwise, I would have had to stab my eyes out with like a fucking rusty spoon.
No, with a coat hanger.
It didn't look like a coat hanger.
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched that. I don't really drink a whole lot, but yeah, I would have loved to have something to get through that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what conventions are for me. That's my time. That's my drink time.
What is
convention time?
Conventions, yeah.
That's party time. Yeah,
that's everybody's drink time.
Exactly. It's quarter drink time.
You know what? Speaking of conventions, I know a couple people who are going to be at conventions next weekend. Right?
You do?
I do.
Who is that, Rebecca?
Well, I do think there is a Spooky Empire event in Orlando that this guy's going to be at, and I have a feeling that other guy's going to be at too.
Yes. So if you want my autograph too, $5. I don't charge that much.
$5.
I've only been an extra.
Bring him a little bottle of Fireball. That's it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'll take a Fireball.
I'll sign your Fireball.
Just bring me alcohol instead. That's good. You don't charge. I'll just sign for alcohol. We'll sign for alcohol. That should be a sign.
Shit. If I didn't have bills,
Yeah.
If I was in Florida, I would totally go, but I am nowhere near Florida.
Yeah, I had heard about this pop up, and it was just before, well, when you were going to come on originally and everything. I'm like, oh, and then you were announced as the first guest. I'm like, well, gee, that just works out. I got a guest, and I'm going to go see him the next weekend or in 2 weeks, which is now this coming weekend,
Right.
Since last week. But so it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So. And anyone who's watching, if you're in Florida, head on. Spooky Empire is a good time. Daniel Harris is going to be there. What's his name from Fright Night? Can't think of his name.
William Ragsdale.
William Rat, yep. And Jack Frost. And then they're going to have a Krampus photo op and a whole bunch of stuff. So,
Yep.
And a Grinch photo.
And
I'm gonna have the mask and all that. And
Oh, nice.
come by and
yeah,
I'll fucking come by. I'll give you a shank in the belly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another shameless plug for those of you who have been asking me, how do I get the embalmers if you're in Florida? I'm going to send a stack of embalmers, Blu-rays and posters with him. And we will sign some of them. I'll sign one for you.
Thank you.
Little
Awesome.
Steven, as per the request. And
Appreciate it.
And the Venmo ad is
on PayPal. No, I don't want to do that anymore. That's how I've been selling these movies the whole time. And it's really a pain in the ass.
yeah. Just give them to me. I'll get rid of them.
Yeah, I got to start. Yeah, I got to start. Like,
That's a good idea, taking them to the
offloading.
con.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that was the whole idea, that I bought a whole other batch because he was going to do like 3 or 4 cons, and then he had to cancel a bunch of them because he was filming. So I've still got all these Blu-rays, and I don't want to do the, hey, DM me, send me money, I'll send it to you thing. I'm sick of going to the post office. So
Yeah.
Uneasy Andy says, I need an embalmer's Blu-ray. Well, you just heard, if you're in Florida,
There you go.
can go.
We'll come to
If
Orlando.
not in Florida, then
if you're not
Yeah.
in Florida, you can DM me on Facebook, and I will reluctantly go to the post office or make
You
him
will.
go. My errand boy can go to the post office.
Oh, piss boy.
so there you go, Uneasy Andy. That is how you can get one. Either go to Florida and meet Rob or contact Rebecca.
And I'm on Facebook, or if you want to, I can't see the chat for whatever
Instagram.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram too,
Okay.
Jason's girl. Yeah, I think that's just a chat between us though.
You should be able to bring it up.
Yeah, private
If you-
chat.
It says
comments.
private chat,
Oh,
and right
here.
next says
Comments.
comments.
You can bring up comments.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, we can't see you when we do it though, so definitely not in Florida. So yeah, find me on Facebook. I'm tagged in all of his posts.
Rebecca Rinehart.
He
Rob's,
said he asked Rob in Iowa this fall. He didn't have him. Well, they said. So he
I
Say
guess
that
didn't
it's
again?
have
only
him
in
in Iowa.
Iowa.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
Ah.
Did you drop the ball in Iowa?
What's an aisle?
You did Midwest Monster Fest. That's
Yeah.
probably what he's talking about. But you had him there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have sold out. I might have sold out, dude.
Maybe.
'Cause I had a bunch of friends come by. An old buddy from the Marines came by, but he already bought one. But I had a lot of folks come by and pick one up. And oh, you were in this? What's this about? I tell them the story, and they're like, "Holy shit, I gotta watch that. Give me one." So
And I have a lot of friends there, so I think they all came
The
up.
Midwest Con, where all does it go? Because I'm in Midwest.
it was East Moline, Illinois.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
really?
it's pretty much Iowa. I mean, it's right on the Iowa
Right,
border.
yeah, I
Where are
grew
you
up-
in the Midwest?
Right now I'm in Wisconsin, but I grew up in the central Illinois, so I kind of know where East Moline is.
In Indy,
Interesting town.
yeah, in Indy we have 2 really big ones every year. We have Days of the Dead, which there's several. There's one in Atlanta, whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, they got them in
and
Chicago
we also have
too.
Horror Hound.
Yeah.
Chicago has Days of the Dead.
I've been
now
to
I'm
Horror Hound.
totally drawing a blank. But yeah, if you look
South
around,
Bend has Notre Dame.
there are a lot of there are a lot of smaller cons like around here in the Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky area.
Yeah, I've been trying to look, especially since I'm at like pretty much the border of Illinois and Wisconsin. And I've been trying to look for like smaller cons in the area, but they probably got them in Madison, but I don't know. I'm in Wisconsin too, Illinois now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Uneasy Andy, you're probably near me. Wisconsin, Illinois now, Wisconsin, Illinois border. I'm like 15 minutes away from the border.
Hey.
Nice. We're in the middle of nothing.
No, we're in the middle of Indiana.
Like I said.
Hey, you're definitely near me, Uneasy Andy. You're just a few towns away. He says he's in South Beloit. That's very
Oh shit! You got a new stalker, baby.
I got a new stalker. No,
Fuck yeah! He's gonna pull the lint out of your fucking dryer and be like,
no,
yeah, I'm in
that's
Janesville.
something you would do.
This is true.
But yeah, I'm in Janesville, Wisconsin, which is not too far away from South Beloit.
So yeah, how have you been, Andy? Have you done any videos lately? I haven't watched any in a while, but because I used to watch his videos, and I've actually won a contest. We've done some trades. I've signed Never Back Down for him and everything because he likes signed movies and stuff. So,
Nice.
But anyway, Rob, I seen an article somewhere. I forget where it was now. That Jason Blum was wanting to make a Happy Death Day into a TV series. Yeah. If they went with that, would you be, if you got asked to do that, would you be interested in doing the TV series?
Fuck yeah.
That would be awesome.
Dude, 7 years. If you're a series regular, in 7 years, you can retire a multimillionaire.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like that.
Right. And I couldn't remember where I seen that article, so it could have been just a rumor as well, because I couldn't pull it up to like reference it. Yeah. But I remember seeing it somewhere.
Yeah, there were ideas, like nothing was official, but the idea of continuing the series isn't completely dead. They might want to do something.
I doubt if they had a TV series, they'd bring the full cast back.
True.
Bloom's very superstitious. So for To You, part 2. I mean, we even had the same fucking caterer as the first one. So, like, everybody had to be back.
Nice.
He wouldn't have done it otherwise. You know, I mean, not just the cast, but, you know, like, he wanted the same camera ops, blah, blah, blah. And if they weren't available, it kind of got postponed, but then the dude was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. And, yeah. So
it'd probably be a challenge then if it turned into a TV show, huh? If that's the case.
Well, no, I mean,
or maybe.
Well, I mean, if he lets it go, you know, and gets, I think it's in regards to films and, you know, part 2s and shit, sequels. But I doubt they'd bring us back. Jess and Ruby and, you know, Israel, they're jamming with other shit. So I don't know.
It'd be a hard one to do.
Yeah, it would be difficult to pull off, but it would be difficult to pull off my fucking character without me.
Exactly. Yeah, I absolutely love those movies. I own both of them. They're in here somewhere.
They were fun, definitely.
Yeah, when I was up north, my mom and we watched both of them again. She had seen the first one, not the second. I'm like, well, you got to watch it. It's just as fun as the first one when she's killing herself and jumping into the wood chipper and everything.
Yeah. So, I like the thing that Rachel did with the, you know, the blind mime or whatever the fuck it was she did. It was funny. I thought it was.
Yeah. So how was it you got involved with Blumhouse? You said you just saw the audition for it, or you had an agent that...
Yeah, I've got an agent, and it was at the time... oops, shit. How's this?
That's fine. Yeah, we could hear you.
At the time, it was a independent horror film, and the CD is Liz Coulon out of New Orleans, and she had cast me in a metric fuck ton of stuff, so we were very familiar with each other. And she's like, I got the perfect fucking dude. And you know, I went in, and as I was going upstairs, it's on the second floor. As I was going upstairs, there's this dude coming downstairs. Looks a lot like me, but I'm fucking mean looking, you know, and he's real wholesome looking. same general look, you know. And he's like, he stopped. He's like, oh fuck. Because we had met before for The Best of Me. We auditioned for the same role. And I'm in the outer room with all the other actors, and you know, there's nervous fucking energy everywhere. But I don't know if you know New Orleans. Her office was one end of Canal Street, and I got dressed in the French Quarter, which is on the other end. And in between, there's just mounds of people, you know, and a lot of unsavory folks too. So I'm fucking the dude in The Best of Me, Ted Cole. He's a mean motherfucker. So I'm in uniform, in character, just fucking stalking down the street, and motherfuckers potted like the Red Sea. So I'm like, ooh, baby, I got this. So I'm sitting in the fucking waiting room, just looking at motherfuckers. And I look at this dude, and he's like, hey, man. He was like one of those overly zealous Applebee's fucking waiters, you know? And he's like, hey, man, which role are you reading for? I was like, the fuck out my face. You out of your fucking mind? And continued to leer at people. Anyway, I'm going up. He's coming down for Happy Death Day. He's like, oh, fuck. Are you reading for Tombs? I was like, yep. He's like, fuck. I'm like, all right, good to see you, dude. Went in, did my thing. Went in, did my thing. I had trouble with it because it was one of the audition. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. One of the audition scenes was the hospital room when I was in the bed. There's no fucking bed. So I called my old teacher. I called my buddy Derek D-Rob from he's in New York. And I was like, dude, how the fuck can I pull this off? He's like, dude, make the wall your bed. I wish I had a fucking V8. So I did, and boom, boom. And, I leave, every time I leave a live audition, I call I text my agent and tell her, felt really good, got a good response, whatever it is, I fucked it up. Sorry. And, go home. But I felt really good, and like literally 2 days later, she calls me, and a call from Don Landrum is a good thing. And she's like, you think you did pretty good on that one for Liz? I was like, yeah, I thought so. Why? Did she actually call you to tell you I suck? She's like, no, you can't say anything yet because nobody else has been cast, but you got it. I was like, oh, wow, cool. No callback, nothing. She's like, no, apparently to Chris, you just jumped off that fucking screen and boom, congratulations. I was like, awesome. But we didn't know. I didn't know. But like 2 months after principal photography ended, I'm on the shitter flipping through the phone, and on the dailies, they come out, Universal picked us up, and I'm like, fuck yeah, royalties, nice. And then about a month later, Blumhouse picked us up, and I stripped my shirt. I screamed fucking Drago at the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? I helicoptered, all that shit.
That did not look like a helicopter. Oh, never mind. I got it. It took me. Innocent brain for a second.
He thinks I have some kind of penis envy and like wants to taunt me with it.
You do.
And I'm like
I'll come from the bathroom to the bed going.
You wish you could do this.
Dun, 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 dun. Was it Forgetting Sarah Marshall now? I got the surprise for you.
Oh my God, I can't believe I did not catch on to that right away.
Yeah.
Wow. You need a new co-host, homie.
I was getting to say, if you hang out with him for more than like an hour, you totally would be like, oh yeah. Yeah.
You'll be Beavis to my butthead.
Well, I'll see you next week. I'll bring the drinks. I got some Fireball if you want. Come
on. You got insurance?
I don't know if I have con insurance, though. I should get some after all this stuff. Consurance.
Rob Insurance.
I was gonna say you guys are gonna be in Florida, so
Anything goes in Florida.
Yep.
I know I've asked you before if he's ever met a Florida man, but he didn't really know.
I am the
I
Florida
spent
man.
years in Tampa, Doug.
No, we should ask, are you a Florida man?
I don't walk around in flip-flops now. Even in the
No,
winter.
actually, I wear flip-flops all the time, even now. No, I'm just kidding.
But do you rob Walmarts without pants, or any of those other things that a Florida man
Wrestle
does?
alligators.
Yes.
Yep, I wrestle gators.
Right. Do you have any exotic pets for which you do not have licenses to own?
Trying to give
Used to.
$5 to a Gila monster for a blowjob and shit. Calling the cops. The damn thing is being uncooperative. I got a
With
receipt
the
somewhere.
American Pie situation, except now with an animal.
Ooh, oh, wait, whoa, no. Animals and pies, two completely different things. Let's erase that from slate, guys.
What's in mince pie then? I thought it was mince.
Mincemeat. Mincemeat is not really meat. It's basically like fruitcake pie. It's disgusting.
I've been lied to.
They do make meat pies, pot pies,
I know. I lived in Tampa, damn it.
Well, we've got a whole freezer full of pot pies right now.
That's right. We don't have pot stickers though. That's a bummer.
Lazy parenting, kids. Yeah.
Hey, that's fucking cooking. Cooking's
No.
We're
involved. You
having
gotta turn the damn
leftovers
thing
tonight
on.
because we had the 2 interviews. I was like, I ain't cooking tonight. You
Oh,
guys
no.
fend for yourself.
He cooks. He cooks every night. Like his thing is cooking, and cooking is how he shows
Amore.
love. And yeah, and I'm trying to diet, and he's like, I think he's like taking it personally that I won't eat his spring roll, and I'm like, no, honey, I gotta lose weight. You
Dude,
know?
I cried it out when you announced.
Yeah,
I
you're
cried
just
it
like, well, what can you eat? Like, I was like, I'll take care of my own food, honey.
out.
It's
I can
okay.
make you ice cubes.
Right, but I'll make you an omelet. Like he's like an Italian mom.
No.
Look at you. You're too skinny. You belong on a runway in Milan. Oh my God.
Let me make you some meatballs.
No.
That's too
Sit
cute.
down. Sit down. Sit down.
That's too cute.
I'll put on some music for you.
You got a new cooking show on YouTube, Cooking with Rob. There we go.
He should do a cooking show. Yeah,
I'll watch it.
Shit on a shingle.
Yeah. The shirtless chef.
Just
Oh,
know
we are not cooking bacon today.
No.
You can't post the helicopter though.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
no
well-
helicopter on the food though.
Those are on the extras, dude. You gotta pay
Right.
extra
That's the
for that.
Patreon
Yeah.
level.
The triple extras, right?
Right. That's on his OnlyFans.
There you go.
Didn't they do
Daddy
away with
needs
that
new
or something?
shoes.
I heard that. I don't know. I heard something they might be.
It
getting
was
rid of
supposed to
things,
cut
or-
back on it, but then I think they changed their mind when they figured out that it's going to lose a lot of money.
Oh,
I can weigh in on this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get a refill, and
Okay.
I will be right back.
So yes, so all of a sudden, I have an OnlyFans that I didn't work for like a year. I took like a sabbatical off of normal work, and I did a ton of movies. I've got it, babe. Hey, I already got it. As evidenced by my IMDb and every interview that I do, I did a million freaking movies. But yeah, then they announced that they weren't going to allow anything like lewd, like you could have like tasteful like nudes and everything else. Well, I had already delved into like much harder stuff that was making me a fair amount of money. And basically, even after all of that happened, I was kind of pissed because I'm like, how do you do that to like the whole segment of your like basically your customer who made you? Now you're going to tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
It's a bad business model. And obviously, they said, okay, well, we're going to go back. But I had a lot of content that was like I mean, it just involved other people, but you couldn't tell there was another person. Like you could tell there was another person, but they weren't tagged. And so then they cut down on that, and they took down like everything that I had that insinuated there was another person there that wasn't. an OnlyFans model and like tagged. So that was their way of doing it. So yeah, so some of us who kind of, I guess, maybe have skirted it a little bit. So, yeah.
That's good to know. At least we have inside information because I've never been on it, so I don't know what it's like. But I do kind of know they also have stuff that's not X-rated.
Yeah, and
They
that's what they wanted to go to. Like they had investors who were like, "Well, we want the X-rated stuff gone." Like, okay, so you're going to take away like 95% of your content for your investors when they take 20% from everything that we get. Like, how are we not investors? You know, the people who are the content creators, you're getting all of our money. Like, not all of our money, but I mean, 20% is a pretty big chunk of change, right. You know? So, like, what is our money, like, not worth anything? Are you going to really get that much from these other people? Just stupid politics. But I will say, and I will get off my soapbox. It did prove that sex workers have a voice and have the ability to mobilize and get political and, you know, actually get something done.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You don't
see
have
how smart I am?
Whoa.
Oh, you're pulling up stream so you can read the comments. Nice.
That's
yeah,
right.
I tried to read that Tombs for President earlier, but we got veered off.
Did you see that DeSantis wants to be president of Florida? Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Florida.
I didn't hear that.
We are doing the Hallmark Channel, right? So fuck him. Fucking asshole. Ah.
I can't weigh in because I don't know who it is.
Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida.
Oh.
He wants to be the president of Florida.
So Florida's its own.
He said president of Florida.
The U.S. We're our own country now. Florida's a country.
Hey, why not?
But you know what? Disney World is gonna like break off on its own. It's gonna be like Washington D.C. It's gonna be its own little entity right in the middle.
Fucking Vatican City and shit. They can afford it. Fuck.
Yeah, I know, right?
It pretty much already is like a whole little world. Like it's a magnificent little world.
And where is Disney?
Orlando, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Orlando.
I was 14 last time I was there.
Speaking of Orlando.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
nobody caught that fucking tie-in. Wow.
No. Orlando, Spooky Empire next weekend.
Where's the Gatorade? I'm gonna kick it over.
I'm going to Disneyland or World. There we go.
Wow. Where's the other Gatorade? I'm kicking that over.
Oh my God, yeah. Like a Floridian who says Disneyland. You get kicked out of the state for that shit.
Judgmental uncle.
Kissimmee.
Four people.
I know Kissimmee's down here, but I don't know why saying Kissimmee. You.
Kissimmee my ass.
Well, apparently we have to watch the fucking language. My mom's in here.
Oh.
Peggy?
Yep. That's what
I was just looking. I was like,
Peggy.
I wonder. Hey, Pegs. Margaret. That was my grandma's name.
Oh, gotcha.
This is why I know such things. I'm well read.
Well, it's by Kissimmee, but it's in Orlando though. So.
Down the OBT.
Hooker Trail.
Right. Those not in the know, that's Orange Blossom Trail.
Yeah, Orange Blossom Trail. Yes.
Oh, the OBT.
Yeah. Man, one time I was driving through, I forget if it was a convention or where it was, but it was like real late in the morning and our windows were down and like we stopped at a light and wasn't paying any attention. All of a sudden, like heard fucking bitch turn around. There was like a hooker fight going on. I guess I don't know.
Whip out your phone like fuck yeah, hooker fight.
Fucking Duke Hazard slam them brakes.
I don't know if she was working her core or what, but she walked up here. She just slammed her in the face, got her on the ground, started banging her head on the ground. Like three other ones were trying to pull her off.
Nice.
Yeah. See, those are the things that I'm jealous for a Florida man for.
Did the weaves went flying?
Probably. I
I
don't know.
would take my camera with me everywhere I went if I lived in Florida.
I do take my camera everywhere, and and that always makes me wonder about these people who claim they have seen Bigfoot but didn't take video when we all carry around like a very high definition phone.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
70s and shit.
Well, but now that you don't have that excuse, well, I saw it. Like, you know what? I can like zoom in on like a license plate from like
6 football fields away.
And yet it's a blur. They're just hiding out the zipper. That's all. So,
All right. Period.
Yes, period. I was going to say, since having trouble last week, you want to tell us a little bit more about the embalmers? So that.
Yeah, I don't even know where we went with that.
I don't remember either, but
yeah. So
left field.
So yeah, I'll give the anybody who's like listened to me, probably I've told this story, I'm sure, like on your podcast. I've told it a million times. Like we are like repeato people. We like don't know who we've told the same stories to. Like,
well, you kind of get asked relatively the same. I don't get asked, about my philosophy on life, things like that. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
What is
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Yeah. But no. So my sister and I were producing a movie that ended up falling through, and he had been interested in it. I didn't really know him. All I knew about him was he like was a convention favorite. Like he was a fan favorite. I mean, I knew like his movies and stuff, but I was like, okay, this is like what this like small movie needs. Is
but
like,
she didn't own it.
Shut up. I didn't own a lot of shit until my internet went to shit. And then I realized how many movies I don't own. I'm like, how do I not have Jaws?
On 4th of July.
On the 4th of July. I'm like, I want to watch Jaws. I can't stream anything. And I'm like, how do I not have Jaws? I'm like,
she totally shit the bed on that.
Yeah. Like you don't know what you got till it's gone, kids. Physical media. I'm telling
Exactly.
you. Hold on.
My husband was upset when we didn't bring all my movies up here. We still have a lot of stuff in Illinois. And he was upset because I have a lot. I probably have a good 1,000 movies in the house right now, if not more. And he was complaining. He was like, where are we going to put them all? I was like, I don't know. There's still more back in a storage shed.
Get some Tupperware, bitch. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And then we had problems with our internet. We had a lot of like maintenance things going on with it. We didn't have internet at one time for like 3 days.
And
like,
then the DVD.
Aren't you glad we have the movies now?
Did you pull some fucking Rock Johnson, fucking tippity tappity tippy? You're welcome.
Pretty much.
I love when shit comes full circle.
Yeah.
Anyway, to get back to my story,
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, like I was like, I went to the director. I was like, hey, like Rob Mello's interested in this, and he's like very popular, and it's something that he's something that could help like elevate this movie. And the guy was just like, no, I can't do that. He just whatever. And so my sister and I just kind of like,
you called him a fucking idiot.
Yeah, there may have been some harsh words via text, even to the point where my sister, who is like just as like bitchy and inappropriate as I am, she's like, Beck, you might want to stop.
Pump the brakes, baby.
So we got out of that, but she and I, like, she was not in movies at all, and like I had gotten her into like the convention scene and everything, and she's like a writer and she had ideas, and so it's like, you know what, fuck it, we had already made this production company. So we're like, fuck it, let's make our own movie. And she had the idea of the embalmers, and kind of on the way to conventions and stuff that we were driving back and forth from, we kept tossing around ideas. Like nothing was really on paper, but we had some ideas or whatever. So we ended up, hi, Mr. Bones. Oh yeah, Mr. Bones. There's a story behind the shirt.
You don't want to know.
It's sad, but no, it's not. So I told him, like, hang tight. I'm like, I'm going to get a movie going, and I'm going to have a place for you. Like, if you still want to be involved. And pretty much, what was cool about the embalmers is we kind of approached people first. We knew people like Alice Winkler Andy Collins, my friend Johnny Shandor, who, if you've seen the movie, she's definitely is like the standout. You know, she's 10,
Rick.
and she's fucking fantastic. 10 dresses like Alice Cooper and Gene Simmons and whatever. Like you,
she
watch
was
out for
adorable.
that girl. Yeah, she's just great. She's super awesome, super professional. But we were able to like write some of these rules around these people. And then this guy, like originally it was supposed to be 3 sisters. So we changed it to 2 sisters and a brother, and we let him write most of his character. So it was like this organic thing. We got the script together, and I'm a stubborn bitch.
No.
So when I decide to do something, I'm going to do it. And so it was like, okay, hell or high water, we're going to do this. And so I got it all together, and we started our Indiegogo on March 13th, 2020. And everything shut down on March 16th. So
I mean, we were doing really good.
We were like, for that weekend, we kicked ass. Like if we had just kept with that momentum, but then like everybody found out they weren't going to have jobs, and movies really weren't that important. We kind of struggled after that, and we were still like, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to figure this out. Maybe we'll do it for less money. Maybe we'll,
put a lot of your own money into it.
I did put a lot of my own money into it. And then also, then we had to shoot during COVID, which we shot in September of 2020. And so we had to do a lot of extra things to make sure that everybody was safe. It was obviously pre-vaccine. But yes, we did. So we did shoot a micro budget movie in the middle of a pandemic for like less money than we thought we were even going to shoot.
You can buy a fucking Hyundai used for more money than what we fucking spent.
Yeah. And I mean, and it was definitely, it's not the greatest movie. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's my first movie, and it was definitely a movie that was made under a lot of circumstances that, beyond control.
Yeah.
And, there were a lot of mistakes made just for a rookie. Right. And pretty much nobody there. There was Rob and then Alen Udy. Those were the veterans, but they weren't really filmmakers. They were actors. So as far as the behind the scenes people, like we were all very like my DP was like one feature in to his career. I mean, we did not know what we were doing. But as a result, we had this huge bonding family, got a really good group of people together locally, mostly in the Midwest. So, and we still kind of, we have this group. I mean, like one of the girls, she's going to crash at our house tonight. We're watching her dog because she's filming somewhere in Indiana. And, so we built a whole family around it. And we're starting to really build like an independent film scene here in Indiana. A lot of the people who worked on the embalmers or kind of adjacent to the embalmers have branched out, and we're kind of spidering out and trying to
getting fingers and pies.
For an American Pie reference right there. Yeah. So it doesn't have anything to do with lizards or animals.
I had to.
What, 2 in the pie, 1 in the eye?
That's how it goes. But,
something like that.
That'd be the G-rated version, yes.
So adorable.
There you go. You're welcome. Tippity tappity tippity. But
yeah, so basically we shot it, we got it done. And
want to mention date night.
Well, okay, I'm just kind of going full circle for shameless plugs. So we went through the whole thing, got it all done, and then just wrapped, came back to my house, and he was here for a couple more days. We're like bullshitting. I mean, had just literally hours before wrapped. And he's like, "So, Beck, what's next?" And I'm like,
I gotta get a job.
Right. Yeah, that was actually it. Like, well, I need to make it like a steady income and use my fucking 6 years of college that I'm still paying for it,
In math fucking matics.
You know what? It's coming in handy because his boys are in 4th grade, and every day they come home from school, and I know when they have math homework because they're in the garage going, "Hey, Beck, you're home!" And when I say they, it's like him too. Like,
I know my son makes fun of me because I suck at math, but he's really good at it. He's in the kitchen. He probably hear me. I'm surprised he doesn't hear me say this and come around the corner and tell on me. Oh, he just peeked around.
She means really bad at math. I'm messing up multiplication. That's like times 3.
But yet she's
That's what the
still a
guys are working on.
successful adult.
Remember Bill Engvall or whatever from Blue Collar Comedy Tour? He was talking about his son, or I forget if it was his son or daughter, but was talking about needed help with math. Like, oh yeah, sure, bring it over. When they start throwing letters in.
Yeah. But my answer to what's next, okay, well, if I'm gonna make another movie, it's gonna be a slasher, and it's gonna be a camp slasher. That's where my heart is, that's where my fandom is. You know, whatever, as stupid or stereotypical as it is, but I always had these ideas, not always, but I had a couple of ideas of things I wanted to do. One big caveat was I didn't want it to be like teenagers or like college age kids who were like going away on spring break on their daddy's dime or something, or even working as counselors or whatever. I wanted it to be people of our age. And I think the thing I said was I want people with beer guts and mortgages and kids and problems.
401ks.
Yeah, 401. I think that's what I said. And 401ks.
Yeah.
Like that's the demographic I wanted to be my protagonist. I have another thing I can't say because it's kind of it's somewhat I don't know, it's secretive. But he's like, okay, I'm gonna write it. And then a couple days later, he's like, hey, what were those ideas that you had about a movie? Because they were really good.
I'm a bit of a drinker.
And I was pretty lit as well. And I'm like, I don't remember, but I'm like at 2 a.m. I will remember and I'll tell you. And sure enough, at 2 a.m, I fucking woke up and I'm like texting him. I'm like, hey, I remembered what they were, you know? And so, yeah. And so sure enough, like a month or so later, he came up here. I sat on one end of the table, edited the embalmers. He sat on the other end of the table and he wrote Tin Roof, which is the movie that we are doing next here in Indiana.
This spring.
Yes. So May, hopefully. That's why you're a kindergarten teacher, stuck at math. Okay. I was in education for 20 years. I work in technology. I was an IT director for K-12 school districts for 20 years. And when I first started in education, I was like, those kindergarten teachers, man, they got it so easy. Like they got to like teach kids colors and shit, you know? And I'm like, you know, you got these physics teachers and shit, you know, they're making the same amount of money, whatever. The more I went into education, the more I was like, there's a special place in heaven for kindergarten teachers.
Definitely.
Oh my God. Like, I mean, when you realize these kids come in and half of them don't even know, like, to wait their turn to go to the bathroom and shit. And it's like, wait, and you're supposed to teach them math?
Dude,
like,
I was a PTA president, and so I helped out in the kindergarten. I was like, you know, I go to the teacher. I'm like, what kid is, you know, what kid sucks worst? And she pointed at homie in the corner. I was like, all right, what do you want me to work on? She's like, colors. I was like, what?
It's red, you motherfucker. Are you fucking stupid?
He's colorblind. He's colorblind.
No, he wasn't. He just didn't fucking know. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I grabbed the Crayola box and sat in the corner with this kid for an hour and a half.
Right. Like you can hold up flashcards with an African gray parrot and you can show them like a red square and like an orange circle and then like an orange square. And it actually knows red and orange and circles and squares. So when you can't tell like a child to do that. But I will say that my favorite thing to do, because, you know, I kind of had to troll classrooms just to like be, you know, I was, you know, administrator or whatever.
You trolled kindergartners?
Well, like I had to be like visible, right? Yeah, it's stupid. I was an administrator. I was a figurehead, believe it or not, people.
That shit turns me on, dude.
So I would always go to this is a horrible admission, but I'm not in education anymore, so I can admit it.
Fuck those kids.
When I was having a bad day, when I was feeling shitty about myself, like, God, I look so fat or fucking whatever, I'd be like, I think I need to make a trip to a kindergarten classroom, because when you go to a kindergarten classroom, you're so pretty. I love your shirt. Can I hug you? I mean, it was like, you get the most naive, but like,
it's like adult Barney and shit.
Right. Like I need a 5-year-old booger picker to tell me that I'm pretty, and that will make my day.
Damn. Damn.
Yep. I used to use kindergartners to make me feel better about myself.
For an ego boost. What do you want to bet? Some of those kindergartners are quasi adults now, at least, and fucking watching and going, I remember Miss Rebecca.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was that weird computer lady. Yeah.
Nice ass. That's what I remember.
I doubt that. She had a really pretty shirt.
You got to remember, I was a fucking kindergartner once upon a time, and I've not changed.
You were a special kindergartner.
Other than the tattoos, alcohol, I've not changed.
Most of us haven't.
Nah.
We know more, but we act the same.
All right, so that's good. I'll see you later. I'm sure I got
anyway, we're off the rails here, but
So,
I don't have to edit it.
So anyway, you can follow Tin Roof on Facebook. We should be filming. We're filming at a Boy Scout camp, so I'm having my Sean Cunningham Friday the 13th moment. So we have the whole camp to ourselves in May. We were going to film in September, and life just didn't work out, and we obviously have to film in the off season, but it also has to be like believably summer off season. So that pushed us to May. So we could do it before the guys got there instead of the other way around. But we are starting to like ramp up momentum again, trying to get some funding, and
our cast is kicking ass in the meantime.
Yes, our cast is kicking serious ass. And
we went through a somewhat rigorous casting process.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't a prick about things. So, unless you were
unless you were a diva.
Unless you just shit the bed.
Yeah. But we did go through actual auditions as opposed to the embalmers. Yeah. It was just like, hey, you're my friend and I like you and you're an actor. I'm going to write a role for you. This one we actually had the script and we went out and we got some really cool people.
Yeah. Mike Tinker. Who else we got?
Amanda Winston, Leanne Johnson.
Leanne,
who we have Leanne Johnson, Michael J. Taylor, and
Ray.
Joshua Scantlin, who they are all 3 Indiana actors who are making a pretty, good name for themselves. Amanda, who is one of our leads, she lives in Chicago, but she's actually from Indy. So we've done as much as we can to get people from Indiana. Kevin Roach, who was in Harvest Lake, he's from Indiana.
He teaches.
So we're trying to make this as Indiana as we can.
Yeah.
Kind of politically, because we don't have tax incentives.
No.
And as a result, if anybody wants to do anything, like if you live in, say, Ohio, they get tax incentives. And so like Netflix films a lot of stuff there, for example. So if you want to join the union and like wash makeup brushes to get set experience and everything, and that you want that to be your full-time job so you can make movies, that's feasible. For us, every one of us is a teacher, a doctor, a Walmart worker.
Yep.
And when I say doctor, Josh is an actual fucking physician. He is.
His name is not Doc to me. I fucked that all up.
Yeah, you did.
All right, back to one.
Right.
His name's totally Doc.
We had an MD. We had an MD on our set, but only because he was the doctor and he just happened to be in our movie. I mean, we all have day jobs that are like serious there are a couple people that I know in Indiana who kind of have like a film adjacent day jobs. Like they do commercials for like hospitals and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, we don't have that industry here at all. And so every one of us who does it here, it's a hobby. It's a passion. It's something we do on the side. It's something we do on the weekends. We crash on our friends' couches.
Yep.
We beg people for money. We eat a lot of fucking Little Caesars pizza. $5, hot and ready.
God.
I like Little Caesars. Shut up.
You eat cardboard, so you're on a diet anyway. So
I know I can't. Yeah, I'm a cheap date anyway.
Vino.
Mr. Bones had a question for Death Day. I guess you were the mask. You did play the mask killer, and how was it wearing the baby face mask? It was somewhere up ahead, and then
it says, was it hard to breathe? And
I got it. I got it over here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to see. When when she come in the room looking for me, and I'd already killed the cop, and she pulled the fucking fire axe, and I shot it out of her hand. She runs like hell, and then I capped the nurse, and then chased homegirl. I chased her, but she was in fucking hospital socks, and she's running full steam. And then we're supposed to go forward, and then to the right down a corridor, and that's where all makeup and hair and everybody else is out of view. And it was gonna be a long shot, and so I'm hauling ass, and I ran the 110.6. I'm pretty fucking fast, and like I turn the corner and I see her on the ground, so I flip the mask off, jump over. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Doc, and they were like, cut, what the fuck? And the doc we had, awesome guy, Gavin. He was in the sandbox over the OIF and OEF. He come, do. I mean, he hauled ass. She just busted her ass. She turned the corner, lost her footing, and went splat. But yeah, it's really hard to fucking see unless we have peripheral vision, and I've come to depend on you're not turned on peripheral vision, but it's like go like this with your eyes, and that's what you fucking see. So if you hear something, you gotta and I'm like that anyway. I'm real, I wouldn't say paranoid, but I'm aware of my surroundings.
Yeah, you got
I'm aware of my surroundings.
antenna ears or something. Yeah.
What?
I'm like that too. I'm always kind of aware of things, but I consider mine more paranoid.
Well, I've had to live in not the nicest parts of towns, so yeah, I mean, you just got to be aware of your fucking surroundings, because if you see somebody fucking creeping, you're just gonna be like, "The fuck you doing?" Oh no.
Right,
and by the way, Peggy, I just saw your comment. I saw it out of the corner of my eye on here. So yes,
in your peripheral.
I was going to say the peripheral.
My peripheral. That's the vocabulary word for this week, kids.
Hey, that's the Pee Wee Herman.
She had a 7th grade student pregnant with her 20-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah, there was.
I'm not surprised. Oh,
yeah.
And you're supposed to teach this kid algebra,
Yeah, that a little bit different priorities.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that math joke. Sex is like math. Subtract the clothes, add the bed, divide the legs, and pray to God you don't multiply.
I saw a meme the other day. It was like kind of old timey, and
that's a math joke. I don't find
this little girl was like getting her hair brushed from her mom, and the little girl says, "Mommy, did you want a boy or a girl?" And mommy says, "I just wanted a back rub." And it looked like some like old timey like kind of Hallmark thing, so it was really like extra funny. During a Halloween stream, it's hard for me to see and breathe. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure your mask is very different than this is from Mr. Bones. Your mask is probably very different than the one I had. The screening on the eyes of the original mask was actual like window fucking screening. So when the scene by the elevator where I pull it off real slow and get all creepy and shit, and of course you got to do multiple takes, and the glue didn't hold, so I didn't really feel it. I was just concentrating on fucking what I could do to this little girl, and I got a cut on my fucking nose, and they were like, "Cut!" And Chris come running up, was like, "Why the fuck is my talent's fucking nose bleeding?" Props got a lot of shit on that fucking that
because
film.
it's so prominent. That's
have a Roman nose.
Sorry, we both kind of have schnozzes, so we kind of like we make.
We got to
fun
be
of each other.
careful when we give each other a smooch, otherwise we're gonna knock a motherfucker out.
Poke an eye out.
Demon eyes and big schnozzes, everybody.
Was you I can't say the word. Was you mostly used for the babyface scenes, or did they have like maybe doubles or anything for some
I
of
had
the
a
scenes?
couple. I'm a lot more expensive than stunt.
Right.
So like the fellow when I'm slinging her around and launching her through glass and shit, those were stunt people, and they were fucking fabulous. And this dude was just cool as shit. And I feel bad because like every one of my stunt people has to have long fucking hair, and they never do because they're stunt people. It's logic.
Right.
And that, oh my god, that poor bastard. It's like the dude on The Best of Me. I got him a couple of extra weeks actually, because the director asked if I wanted to do this stunt that was planned 2 weeks from now. I was like, nah. And because at lunch, I had heard my stunt guy, we were talking, and I had cornrows at the time. And so they had to put this poor bastard's hair in cornrows, and because he's not me, he had to sleep in them. I tried it one night, fucking ridiculous headache. I was like, nah, I can't do that. So every morning we had to do cornrows. This poor bastard had to sleep in that shit. But I got him 2 weeks. So, 2 weeks of work that he wouldn't have had.
Nice.
What?
Nothing. I was just looking down at the phone.
Let's look up at the phone.
And he was in an episode of The Walking Dead. What was it like being zombified by the Walking Dead crew?
It was Fear.
Yeah, that's right. Fear.
4-1, I think it was. When Lenny made the crossover from Walking to Fear. Lenny was cool as motherfucker, by the way.
Right, that was the next part of my question. How was it to be killed by Lenny?
It's just a scene. It's not
right.
It ain't shit.
Well, basically being the scene together is what I meant by it, but yeah.
You're working. The first, okay, hold on to that. But the first, it was a bit of a pain in the ass because the audition was 3 words. And you had to sign an NDA just to get the script, which was 3 words. And whoever shot you had to sign the fucking NDA and take a blood test, hair follicle. They're very tight-lipped about this shit. But it was really cool. Everybody was really cool, very professional, very secretive, but very proud of, the show that they were working on. But what I was concentrating on was the fucking makeup. And they had they had an old fella that was kind of in charge of the trailer. And then they had like the head makeup chick who was on set. Not the nicest lady. But him, I got to keep the prosthetic.
Oh, nice.
It was a little scar, some motherfucker bit me on the leg kind of thing. But it was really cool. But what the worst part about it was the contact lenses. So they've got a specific van for contacts, and they do it. You don't fucking do it. And I hate putting shit in my eyes. And it's like, the city buses with the plexiglasses in the 80s, how they're all, beat up, foggy, weather beaten. That's what it's like in your eyes. So they have people that like literally walk you to your fucking one in the scene. And, of course you practice it, rehearse. And then when you get there, it's just like fucking, I take 1 step, I take 2 steps, I hiss at them, I die. That's it.
Try wearing those contacts you can't even wear contacts. I've worn those contacts and had to not wear my normal contacts, and I'm like pretty much legally blind. So yeah. Like
yeah, Morgan, that was his name. That's the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Lenny, Lenny's
right.
Shit. What was it?
I don't know. You threw me something to grab onto, and I don't know what you were trying to tell me.
And she let go.
I didn't know what you were throwing me.
I was throwing you some of this.
Throw me a freaking bone.
Pretty much.
Oh no!
$1 billion.
I don't get. I've never gotten like starstruck or any shit. Like I did once. It was my first fucking film. I did this, and it's time to go to hair and makeup. And you know they bring you, they escort you, and they open the door, and you know stepping, and in the first fucking chair right there is Danny fucking Trejo. And he's like, "Hey man, where the fuck you been? We've been waiting on you." And I'm like, "You have?" And like my balls went up in my throat, and like my balls went up in my throat. I'm like, I hope I don't disappoint Danny. And shit.
Actually, it's funny you bring that up because I was gonna ask you how was it working with him on Badass.
Oh, he was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
he was awesome. We if there's lightning in the area, doesn't matter if you're indoors or not, you have to take at least a half-hour pause. And so we went outside, me, him, and his stunt double. And, you know, we just like looking at lightning storms. It was in Baton Rouge in the summer, so it's 4:00. Yeah, it's a lightning storm. And, you know, we're just looking up and just enjoying it. And he's like, "So, what's up with you?" I was like, "What you mean?" We were comfortable by then. I was chill, you know. I wiped the stars out of my eyes. And he's like, what's your deal? You know, do you have ambition? What's going on? I was like, yeah, I got ambition. I don't think I should stay. He's like, why not? Well, you want me to be honest? He's like, no. All right. I want to be you. I want to replace you. He's like, what? He gave me that Danny Trejo look. He's like, you know, you realize I've seen the insides of people and I've caused that, right? And yeah, so I was just like, dude, look, you're like the go-to fucking bad guy in Hollywood. You know, if somebody writes a fucking evil motherfucker into a script, they're thinking of you.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not you're fucking busy opening a taqueria. And he's like, I like looking at lightning storms. And I'm like, I just survived that interaction with Danny Trejo. Yeah, me too, dude. So we just enjoyed the lightning storm. You know?
That's awesome.
Oh, he was fucking hysterical. Oh my God.
Yeah. I know he's done like Texas Frightmare and some other conventions, and I always like go to a convention prior or I just miss them. I'm like, oh, why couldn't they add him this year? He seems like a really cool guy to meet. One of these days, I hope.
Oh, he's awesome, dude. And a great guy. I mean, he's been sober. He fights for sobriety. He fights for animal rights and shit like that, you know. He's really used his platform for the betterment of society.
Yeah, I read somewhere, I forget where it was, anytime he is played a bad guy, that he wants his character to die. That way it doesn't like promote that it's violence is good or whatever.
I don't know, but that's the theory. I haven't talked to him, so.
I probably have it worded wrong anyway. I'm trying to go off memory. But
no, that's
yeah. We quote things all the time, but
we paraphrase.
Well, I heard this somewhere, yeah. But I'm like the queen of Google, so I usually will like be Googling. Like I'm my own fact checker, you know.
Mm-hmm. Like our DP for Tin Roof, I was rattling off, you know, the gear that she had, and then I looked up like the first thing, and I was like, oh, this does this. She's like, yeah, I know. Like, well, how the fuck do you know? Because, you know, this is like heavy gear, you know, gearhead kind of shit. She's like, I'm fucking working here. And I'm like, oh yeah,
wait, like the other day he was having problems installing a graphics driver on his like computer, and I'm like, okay, go here, tell me what this says. Yeah. Send a link.
Take a picture.
Right. Take a picture, send it to me.
I got my crayons out. I'm like,
Right? And then he's like, oh my God, it worked. And I'm like, yeah, it's what they pay me for. If you ever like question like how your IT professional, like how does the IT guy know that? They don't. We Google it. We know how to Google shit. We don't. We
my
know
husband
like
works
this
in
much
IT.
shit. Yeah, we know like this much shit, but like we know how to Google the right thing and to be able to do it. And that's the key, kids, in today's society, man. Know where to find the information.
Jujel.
Jujel, if anybody watches Big Mouth. Jujel.
If you don't, fuck off.
Oh my God, Big Mouth. Oh my God, this last season.
Did you watch the Christmas
episode?
The Christmas one.
Oh my God, we watched that like twice in a row. Like the Morty and Connie puppets fucking killed me. Connie's like, oh, I'm gonna refill my drink with my lady juice.
Oh, Connie.
You need to do a drunken commentary to that. That would be fun.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
oh
we
my
would
God.
get
Yeah.
sued like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but the elf orgy cam and the fact that it actually did show. For anybody who does not watch the show, it is a cartoon. It's a cartoon about adolescents. It's adolescents, trying to like navigate through hormones and just all the changes in your life and everything.
In the most fucked up way possible, though.
Yes, and there's these characters. These like they have each of them are assigned a hormone monster who bosses them around and coaches them. They're like there's anxiety mosquitoes and depression kitty and all these other creatures who come at them. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going.
You were describing that, but fucking.
Yeah, there's like the hate snake and everything.
Yes.
But like, yeah, but they do claim that in this episode we will see Santa's dick. And you do see Santa's dick. And
swinging away as he's running to shut the door away from the elves.
And
I fucking lost me.
And as Connie says, who's Maya Rudolph, she goes, we told you were going to see Santa's dick. We just added his balls in as a special surprise. That show fucking rocks.
Rudolph jerking off outside. And then his nose goes. He's like, oh.
Don't let your kids watch it.
Yeah, it absolutely ruined every little nugget that I had left.
Yeah.
Didn't have many, but yeah.
Wow. They're like, what did you see? Well,
I can show you.
Yeah. No, it was definitely faster than that and much harder. Okay, now we're just like recapping an episode that other people haven't seen. It's on Netflix. It's called Big Mouth. It's its 5th season, I think, right now, and it's just third. No, it's like its 5th season, and it just came out. And they have an absolutely awesome Christmas episode. So
yeah,
watch that. Their Christmas special.
Yes, we were talking about fucking Big Mouth.
Yes, we're talking about Big Mouth.
Yeah, I'm the only one out of the loop on that one. I had no idea what that was.
Oh wow! You got some catching up to do.
When he did the "Everything Goes in Florida," that's actually a song. Like "Anything Goes in Florida" is a song from like an episode where they travel to Florida to see family.
I totally forgot about that. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
And we were watching it the other day, and one of his boys walked by and goes, "Oh, you're watching that Big Mouth show, right?" He's like, I remember like that one time there was like this baby with like 2 AK-47s. I was
floating in the water.
I was like, that was the Florida episode.
Yeah. I was like, that's about accurate. And I don't know if you've seen Dirty Grandpa, but that Tan Pam surf slam shot where he walks in with a fucking horse mask and starts shooting. Yeah, that's fucking accurate. Florida is as fucked up as it.
But you know what? But you know who loves Florida and is going to be there next weekend? This guy.
Yes,
Orlando. Yeah, Orlando doesn't actually count as like part of Florida. It's kind of like Vatican City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally agree.
Like they have a city, literal city with the mouse. It's called Celebration. No shit. It's like Mickey Mouse shit everywhere, like bars.
Oh well, Disney World itself it has its own like street grid and shit, and yeah, you go there. It's a delightful place for adults.
I wonder if Walt Disney come around today and like pop some opium like he used to or whatever, and just roamed about fucking Disney World, he'd be like, dude, look what I did.
Yeah, he'd go do the around the world at Epcot.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. He'd pass out by the time he got to Shanghai.
Dude, I can't. I have to like skip like every 3 countries is the best I could do.
You pussy.
I know. I know, because I came in like raring to go. I was like, it's Mexico's your first one. Like,
let's get drunk.
Right. Give me a Dos Equis, you know? And like I hit like I think maybe like Finland's next. I drink some like Finnish beer, and then it's like, I gotta skip Japan.
Like, you missed out on man.
Some good suki or whatever it's called.
Suki, what's on your mind there, Freud? Nice. Yeah, you did, dude. You need to watch more.
Yeah. The newest who said that, Mr. Bones. Yeah, this next or this last season that we can watch now because we have
high-speed internet.
We tried to watch the first episode like 4 times and like got through like 5 minutes and it was you know. And so once we got it, it's like, oh my god, we can watch the episodes. And yeah. But yeah, it's a great season.
I have to check it out. I've never even paid attention to it.
We have a talking vagina, even. I mean,
oh my god.
There's
a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah, but it's very realistic. Like it's just very frank about like how we cope through things. Like you know, and
like, the first pube you ever got as a guy, it's like, I'm a man,
right? And like this girl Jessie, like her mom makes her wear white shorts when they go to the Statue of Liberty, and she starts her period, and her awkward Jewish friend Andrew has to figure out how to like help her, and he buys like a 9/11 like blanket so she can wrap it around her. Like it just the embarrassment, the humiliation of being like a middle schooler. It just captures it all.
Well, Jessie's the redhead. I was thinking of what's the other girl's name? Oh yes, she's
Missy,
the black girl.
Yeah,
Missy. There we go.
Yeah.
I have to like marathon that or something again. This is so.
I have to go do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for this. It sounds interesting.
It's like when kids buy, he likes like a sofa and a pillow. That's like his bisexuality.
Yeah, it's Jay. Yeah.
Jay's interesting.
But yeah, they all have like. I mean, I think anybody who watches it can
identify with one.
With a subset of them. Yeah, you know, because you got Andrew, who's like the chronic masturbator, and
that.
All right, Saki. Yes, Saki, not whatever he called it. Saki.
We were talking about Big Mouth, you know, when I was just thinking,
yeah. Freud would have a fucking field day with you, my friend.
All right, kids. I think we got to get off here because we're getting slap happy, and I think our friend is here. And
do you want to talk about anything?
I already have given so many shameless plugs that I think that I am out of shameless plugs.
You're gonna get a violation.
I was actually gonna tell you to do your YouTube again so you see all your drunken commentary. Do the shark movie.
I got a feeling we're gonna do one pretty soon.
The embalmers.
So my YouTube channel is Not Quite Final Girl. You'll see this guy on there quite a bit, along with some of our other Indiana indie friends. I do drunken commentaries. I used to do like videos that were about like girls that didn't make it to the end of their movies. That was the Not Quite Final Girl, and they were like very in depth. So I have about 12 of those of the girls who don't get celebrated in slashers. But then I kind of branched out and I started doing these drunken commentaries. And like there was like one night, like a couple years ago, I wanted like somebody to like FaceTime with me so I could watch Sleepaway Camp 2 drunk, and like everybody was too busy. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I like turned my camera on. I dressed up like Allie from the fucking Sleepaway Camp movie. And I'm like, I have my camera on. And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna fucking watch this movie and I'm gonna have some fucking fun. Then suddenly everybody wanted to do a drunken commentary with me. I was like, well, you were too busy until you saw how fun it was. Yeah. So I've started doing those, and I've started incorporating him. I've got a few friends that have done them, but
full circle.
Yes. I did not let people into drunken commentary very easily. But the last one that I did was our friends Brent and Charlie, who are also on the Embalmers. We did Madman from 1981. So that is the newest thing on my channel. I also did do a drunken commentary of the Embalmers. So if you really want to watch it, maybe not, and it's kind of like watching it with the director's commentary.
Yeah, there you go.
If the director were drunk.
Yeah, and then I found the shark movie, the Trailer Park Shark, because I could have swore I owned it, and I was looking everywhere for it, and I was like, it's not streaming.
You got to
anymore.
go to the
Like,
dollar
how am I
store.
going to watch this? And then I found out, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, no, it's Trailer Park Shark.
I got so much shit for that.
Did I say it right?
Trailer Park Shack.
Trailer Park Shark.
Trailer.
Trailer Park
No.
Shark.
Say it with me. Trailer
Trailer
Park
Park
Shack.
Shark.
Put it all together.
Trailer Park Shark.
Trailer Park Shack. So I got a lot of shit for that. Like I'm on set and like it was a bunch of friends, and I met these guys on Magnificent Seven, and it was just, a lot of the jokes I wrote. I'm not going to take credit for. Let's do charades. Let's do charade. Did they not hear me?
Tongue.
This is an interactive fucking thing here. You ready?
Tongue.
Tongue.
Punch.
Punch.
Fart.
Stink. Fart. Picture.
Fucking god, it's way too
I'm horrible.
late and-
Box. Tongue punch your fart box.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
Dude was like, fucking, I need a fucking joke. I need a line here. I was like, I'll tongue punch a fart box. It's in.
But yeah, we did that with our friend Charlie because Charlie had picked that up at a store and posted it online. Rob happened to be in town and he posted in line. He's like, how have I never seen this movie? And I go, Rob was in it and Rob's here. And he's like, well, I'll be over with a bottle of whiskey tomorrow. Like, yeah. So yeah, we do some fun movies. Like I've done Birdemic, The Room, and
That was so good, though.
Jason X, which is the bane of my existence, is a Friday the 13th girl. Yeah, so
Birdemic is such an underrated film, overlooked by the critics.
Definitely.
Anyway, yes, it's Not Quite Final Girl on YouTube.
Just like the Dingleberries.
Yeah,
Dingleberries was a great fucking film.
yeah. Chris Seaver's
There's actually
Warlock.
a film called Dingleberries.
Yes, so Chris
my
Seaver, he did low budget productions. He did like the Blood Fart Lake movies. He wanted to go back to his roots, kind of like that shot on video thing. And so
You activated Beck.
Right. Yes. Oh, the Return to Blood Fart Lake. It's actually the first two of those are like hilarious as fuck. But he wanted to go back to his roots and do shot on video shit that he just like shot in his backyard with his friends, and it's a lot of the same people. And he has this whole line of Warlock home video that was like supposedly found shot on video movies. And they are ridiculous. Yes, the Dingleberries is one. There's one called Twinkie Beach. There's another one called An Evening with My Grand Bedelia.
That's fucking
You can
great.
get all of those at my friend Tony Masiello's website, sovhorror.com, where you can also find my podcast, SOBs Who Love SOV. And we did win the Joe Bob Briggs Silver Bolo Award before they discontinued that motherfucker because those people that didn't want their fucking award.
Yeah,
But yes, so sovhorror.com. Yeah. So yeah, really awesome shot on
Darcy
video.
said
show.
congratulations, by the way. If you listen, Darcy said congratulations.
Yeah, no problem.
And we got our Christmas Jesus joke still, though, before you go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. I got to stand up for it.
Okay.
Kind of a visual. Okay, so
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
twist it.
Well, you got to take the.
Logistics and
Well. Okay. Yeah, you're more or less in frame. Yeah. Okay, go for it. Go for it.
What did Jesus say when they took the two nails out
of his hands?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Defeat.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Watch out for Krampus.
Oh, and watch out for Sister Krampus from SRS Video, which just came out. Actually, I just got my shipment notification. So if you were looking, we talked about that one before.
Yeah, we did bring it up.
We did bring it up. It is out. So you can get that on the SRS Cinema website. And it is shipping now. Okay. Just in time for Christmas.
Yay. Hey, if you have any extra of those, send it Rob's way. I'll pick up one of those too.
I ordered the one, and yeah, so.
Is he trying to horse it?
He's trying to get free shit from me.
Motherfucker. I'll see you next week, motherfucker.
All right, see you at Spooky.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye. You too. Thanks again.
Bye. Oh, they're so much fun. I love them.
They are. Oh. Yes, both of them together. So much fun.
Mm. Yeah, they're so adorable. I love them.
Definitely have them back on again later, I'm sure. That'll be fun. All right. So that's pretty much it. I don't think got anyone next week. I might if I post any information, but the 18th we got
No, I'm still ghosted. I was hoping, but I don't know. I don't think I'm actually ghosted. I think maybe he just hasn't checked their Twitter. Yeah, I have no other way to contact them. So
yeah, so
I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, but it doesn't make sense that they would ghost me on purpose if they purposely open their DMs for me to message them.
So probably just got busy.
Scared the crap out of me. I wasn't expecting it because the door didn't go off, so I don't know what she heard something scared me. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. Yeah, we have a good old time. I was a little slow tonight. I didn't catch on.
Yeah, the whole helicopter. You're like, what? Remote control? Was it like a drone?
I was like, I don't think that's a helicopter. Duh.
Hello, McFly.
I'm sheltered. Leave me alone.
Not anymore. After once you hit the House of Horrors, oh, that's it. You're done for.
I was going to do a live stream after this, but I don't know. Everybody's quiet, so it's got me curious what everybody's doing. Well, I know my son went upstairs, but I don't like it that my husband's quiet because he's not sitting in his chair watching his TV. So I got to investigate, see what the hell he's into.
So yeah, I guess I'll see what I can do for next week. If not, maybe we could do some Christmas horror or something, or I don't know, figure something out.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I did get a in the horror pack that December Blu-ray. It's an anthology. It's got like 24 shorts on it, so I'm gonna have to watch that. And so, or we can do that later, or I don't know. I'll see if I can pull anything out. So,
right, yeah.
I'll let you know, and I'll of course.
Unless by chance, well, it'd have to be like within the next couple days that person messaged me, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
Yeah,
I messaged them a week before Thanksgiving, and then I messaged again. I think it was the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and still nothing. So I don't know. I'm just assuming because they're not on Twitter. Because they're really not.
Busy time and holiday time, and so.
And they're not really on Twitter a lot. So it's not like they have activity and they're ignoring. So, because they haven't had activity either. So I'm assuming they just forgot that we had the conversation about me getting a hold of them in November and just hasn't checked their Twitter.
Oh, so hopefully all goes well for January, though. We should have some good guests for January once we get the official dates there. So, yep. But yes, Andre Gower in 2 weeks. So I got to watch Paranormal Halloween again, too. I had watched it, but I'm going to watch that and Baby Frankenstein again since he was in that. So
yeah, I'll have to see if they're streaming anywhere because I don't have a way to watch it if they're not.
They should still be on Tubi, I think.
Okay.
So
I own Monster Squad, so I ain't worried about that. But
yeah,
I don't know about the other ones. I'll have to see what I can find.
I'll have to see if they're still on my saved list because on my Tubi, I got every single Wild Eye that's on Tubi, like all 200 of them. I got them saved as in the favorites there. So, but all right. So I guess that'll be it for the night, unless anything else going on. I think that's pretty much it. So
I don't think so. Probably either tomorrow or Monday. I'm gonna go do live stream and do a, I guess, unboxing of sort. I got a Fright Rags order.
Okay.
It's technically open because I had to pull one item out because it was a Christmas present and I can't show that. So normally I open stuff on stream, but this time I can't because I had to sneak that one out and hide it. So, but yeah, I got a Fright Rags thing I'm going to do eventually.
Yeah. I should have done my horror pack, but everything that's going on, I'm just like, but I got to start getting back, and I'm going to start doing my Wild Eyes again, too, now that I'm back, since I only did a couple of them for Wild Eye Week. But so, all right. Well, hope everyone had a good time, and people who caught the replay, thanks for watching again, and tune in next week. So,
all right. See everybody later.
Bye.
Bye.